Yeah.
So yeah,
What made you popular? You would say though, like what made you popular?
I think it's my aura. The same thing now that makes people like gravitate toward me. It was just my aura. I always had this like really good energy. Like I never let people. If you was around me, you was like with people bullying people. You couldn't be my friend. Cause I'm like, yo, that's some whack ass shit.
Yeah, like that.
If he got bogus ass shoes, that means his mama can't afford them.
Yeah.
Leave this nigga alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was always that kid. Like I always telling somebody like about themselves, and then they would be like, man, you're right. And then after they would admit they're wrong, then I'm like, all right, well, we could be cool then. If you could admit when you wrong, we could then. We could talk then. We could converse.
Exactly.
And I've been like that diplomatic since a kid. Right is right, wrong is wrong type of shit. You know? Yeah. And I've always had like a high, I guess, sense of integrity. Like I'm gonna always do what I'm supposed to do no matter who looking. You know what I mean? That's just how I am.
Right way to live. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. What's one of the wildest things you would say that you may have saw or experienced though coming up on the south side of Chicago? Because the south side of Chicago is known for what it's known for. Yeah. And like I said, I've been over there when I've been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago on business some years ago. And one of my business partners actually was from that side, so we went over there and stuff like that. What would you say is like one of the wildest things you may have saw or experienced growing up on the south side of Chicago, though?
I'm my freshman year in high school. I went to like maybe 16 funerals.
Oh, man.
Freshman year. I went to like 16 funerals my freshman year.
Wow.
I think like friends of friends. Like, we might have been at the skating rink 5th, 6th grade, partying. 5th, 6th grade. You don't really realize as a kid from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, your 9th grade, you in high school.
Right.
Kids change over the summer, right? Exactly. So you like, man, we was just riding bikes together 7th grade. Yeah. Now you out here on the block. Because you out here on the block now, you live by the sword, you die by the sword type of thing.
Yeah.
So, it was 16 funerals my freshman year. And
how did that make you feel? Like
it was like, am I next? Damn. Because like one of my friends got it was a shootout at my high school, like a block away from my high school. We were all running. I'm hearing the bullets pass by my head, like,
oh wow,
right, running. When you know they you just hear that something in you says to flee, to run, to get away. Yeah. So by the time I got done running, I'm 4 blocks away, adrenaline pumping. I ain't feeling nothing. I'm like, damn, my hit, because a few people were hit, but they didn't feel it till they stopped running. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of my friends, he was 2 blocks away, already bleeding out.
Hey.
Yeah, and so that was when I was like, damn, like, shit can get crazy.
Why do you believe that problem exists in Chicago? Even to this day, I believe it's gotten worse over the years. Like, why do you believe that problem exists?
I think it's a lack of community. Like, a lack of community. I think a lot of the homes are not being raised with 2 parents. Like, it really takes 2 people to have a baby, so it really takes 2 people to raise one.
Exactly, 100%.
And then not even that, it takes extended family to raise.
Yep.
Because sometimes when your mom and father are not there, it's supposed to be the village to help you raise that kid.
Right.
It's never supposed to be one person. It's supposed to be 2. And I think that a lot of the youth did not have a village in the community wrapped around them. And so when you don't have that, then the streets really do raise you.
Yeah.
Like whoever your influences are, raise you. And most times they're not good. You know what I mean? They telling you to take the and go do this and go do that, and you are young and impressionable. You really don't know better. Yeah. Because nobody's been teaching you better. So I think that has, and then even being a teacher in Chicago public schools, I saw a lot of single parent households. I saw a lot of people who just had children who didn't really understand what it took to really raise them. But now they're here. So now the world is just, forced to be dealing with you, the parent who had a kid who doesn't know how to raise one because you're not emotionally intelligent. You don't have what it takes to instill in a kid that, hey, you shouldn't be picking up. Life is, precious. Yeah. Like, they're not being taught that. And one of my students told me, I didn't even expect to make it to graduation. I was like, what do you mean? Like, not finish high school?
Right.
He's like, yeah, I thought I was going to be dead. I said, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That type of mindset. Like, man, I'm going to make
18 is my ceiling?
Teenage, right, exactly. I ain't going to make it out of being a teenager. That's crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is the village. It's the village.
Gotcha.
It matters. Community matters.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. So what took place after you graduated from high school?
So after high school, I went into radio and broadcasting.
Okay.
Right, and then I also was doing culinary as well.
Okay.
I got out of radio because I hated how I sound on playback.
Oh wow. So you was on radio broadcast. So was you on a show or did you have your own show?
I didn't have my own show. I was in college to be.
You was in college?
Yeah, I went to college to be a radio personality.
Gotcha. Was you interning?
I was with Marv Dyson.
Okay.
And I was the local radio station. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's WKKC. They had a radio station on the south side, and I was interning there. Went to local radio stations, and I just couldn't get that sound of my voice and how I sound on playback. I was like, this is not for me.
Oh, wow.
Full circle.
Yeah. You all here today.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but then when I stopped doing radio, I got heavily into culinary.
Okay.
And so...
how long did you do radio, by the way?
3 years.
3 years, okay.
Yeah, 3 years.
And then you got into culinary. All right.
And so after that, I was into culinary full throttle. You know, I started working at...
What got you into culinary?
You know what? I used to love watching cooking shows.
Okay.
And I was like, if I could do that for a living, it wouldn't feel like work.
It's something you love to do.
It's something I love to do. And so I love to entertain. Like, I love grocery shopping. I love going to markets and buying these, like, raw products. I buy stuff that I don't even know the name of it just to take it home to make something from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's fun to me. I love watching how when I cook something and put my all into it, how someone tries my dish and I'm like, you know what? Did that.
This.
So it's like that instant gratification of like someone really liking what you prepare.
Right.
You know, yeah, cooking is just it's my God-given talent. You know, I'm so grateful for it.
Okay.
So grateful to have found it.
Yeah.
You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you was going to culinary school, and this is Chicago?
I went to Culinary School Art Institute in Chicago, downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
I was interning at different like restaurants and hotels.
Okay.
Just I was working places that I knew great chefs worked at.
Gotcha.
Once I worked under a great chef, I found another chef that had accolades for whatever. Like this chef is a gourmet chef. This chef was great at gastronomy. This chef was great at like making pâtés and homemade sausages. I worked under different types of chefs. And once I learned, I moved on to the next. And that's how I built my skill set.
There you go. Learning from those that are already great.
Exactly. I didn't get too hung up on like if the restaurant had a Michelin star or was it a James Award, a James Bid Award. I didn't get so hung up on that because I feel like when you're around amazing chefs, you know if they're amazing how people come to them for advice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have worked at some, highly accoladed restaurants, but that wasn't my focal point when I was in culinary school and trying to
trying to learn a skill set.
Yeah. And so eventually I became a mom. And I was like, I can't get off at 2-3 in the morning every day. That's just not going to work as a mom.
Yeah.
Especially being a single mom. So I had to figure out how do I still do what I like to do, but then also have that balance, that work-life balance. And so one of my chefs that I used to work for, shout out to David Blackman, he changed my life because he was like, you know what? What do you feel? How do you feel about like being a teacher for Chicago Public Schools? And I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I
had thought about it. I was like, you know what? I believe in like whipping kids.
Don't do that in today's time.
I was like, these kids crazy. I'll be on the news. I might have been messing somebody's kid up being a high school teacher.
Yeah.
But I thought about it for 2 weeks, and I went ahead and did it. And it was really it was one of the best things I've done.
So you was teaching culinary?
I was a culinary teacher for Chicago Public Schools.
Gotcha.
On the west side of Chicago, which is totally different than the south side.
Hello, this is G Bass. Rise of the 1%, Rise Media. We on this Saturday evening about to get ready to knock out some podcast episodes with some individuals here in the city of Atlanta making some big moves. You can see here, look, this is how it goes down. Here when our guests come and sit down with myself, G Bass, otherwise 1% Rise Media, to have that conversation, to share the story, share the journey, share what you got going on. So listen, everybody got a story, everybody got a journey, and then you got some things going on, then you definitely can get with us and see if it'll be a fit to be on the Rising 1% podcast and actually have that discussion with myself. It's going to be a link to a form for you to fill out. You said www.theriseofthe1%.com/pod-form. Again, www.theriseofthe1%.com/pod-form. It's going to be in this video. You can fill that out. And we can see if it'll be a fit for you to come on and have that conversation with myself. If you don't fill out the form, then obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. We're looking for those that's serious. Those that's serious about rising to the top 1% are already in the 1%. That's what we're looking to sit down with myself right here. As you can see, Rise Media, Rise to the 1%. This is how we get down. We have a great time and have a lot of fun doing it. So once again, if you're serious, make sure you fill out the form. We'll look over the form, see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, we'll reach out. If not, we won't reach out. We'll just continue to move forward. But with that said, this is G Bass. See you soon. Have a great one on purpose.